Can we say f on the video?
So we started about 5 years ago, something like that. Everyone my age wants to be in a band. We just got it all together about 30 years too late. But it actually came out of myself and a group of other guys who'd given up other things during mid-30s or so, given up sport, rugby. Two of us used to play rugby every Saturday afternoon. We wanted something else to fill the time, and being in a band is really very like being in a team sport game. So it came out of spare afternoons on Saturday, not wanting to go shopping and away from the middle of the road. It's got to be recognisable. We often choose an obscure song by a well-known band, or a well-known song by a band that you may never, people may not have heard of. It started off, you can go down to a bar locally on an open mic night. It happens to be Monday night. There are a number of bars like that in Hong Kong. The most famous one is probably the Wanch, where we played. You can, once you're playing regularly in a local context and circuit, you get called almost every month, so that's great. We've done a number of concerts around most of the music venues on Hong Kong Island. I guess the biggest one was Hard Rock before Christmas, which was great. But out of it comes some obscure offers. We've now played birthday parties, we've done a wedding, we've done a corporate gig, and someone's asked us to play at a charity ball. So all sorts of things come out of things you don't expect.
We started to play because a few of us lived in the same block, and we were all out in our gardens playing guitar really badly. And then somebody said we should all play together. So we all went to the AMC band room, and we singer, no drums, no bass, no keyboards, nothing. So interested in our band. He was there, and I think we may have had more than one singer, and it was just disastrous. So we all converted. So I was playing guitar, I changed to playing the piano, and Mike changed to the bass. John kept the guitar because he's the best guitar player. Fired one singer, and And we found Bill later on. Bill came in later, so he won't get any of the royalties from our albums.
Oh dear, I hope that video will never come out. I hope that gets burnt. If you've got that video, get rid of it. Yeah, oh dear, first time we played, it was awful. It was awful. Nobody had played since school, or ever. Took us a bottle of Jack Daniels and a lot of courage to play in front of everyone else. And you're right, there were like 3 of us showed up with 3 guitars, and we had 2 singers. And one guy had a more of a choir-like voice, almost very beautiful voice, and our current singer Andy had a big, gravelly, loud voice. So we went with gravelly and loud and not choir. And as it happened, John, the choir singer, was to leave town, so we never played live with him. And those practice tapes that you referred to need to be burned.
It's gonna be the day that it's back to you. By now you should have had that's what you're gonna do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, your word is on the street that you're free and the heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you really never had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads around the world are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. And there are many things that are.
People say to me, they look me in the eye like this, they say, I've never seen anyone play the drums the way you play the drums. I think it's a compliment. Cut. Okay. Growing up I grew up in the west of England, in a city called Bristol, and you know, if leaving school at 14, as I did, there were only 3 choices. One was playing the drums, obviously. The other was to work in the local meat pie factory, and number 3 was a career in the judiciary. In the law, a career in the law. I chose the factory, obviously. Cut. Financial instruments? Musical instruments. Do you include the bassoon as a musical instrument? No, I don't play the bassoon, and I actually resent that allegation you made that I play the bassoon. No, it's strictly drums. That's all it is, and they say, yeah, you know, you've got rhythm. That's what they always say to me. You can just ask my band members if you don't believe it. It's true. Yeah. So.
My name's Andrew Skinner, and I'm the lead singer. I like all the Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, all our punk stuff like the Stranglers, No More Heroes. That's all the stuff I like. I don't like the dancey numbers so much. ABBA. It's a bit of a no-no. What do you think? I prefer this big time. I'd rather do this for a living if I could. Travel the world and be a rock star. Probably one of the greatest jobs in the world. I'd just leave them to it. They do all the hard work. So I leave John and Michael to do all the arguing. They choose the songs. I just turn up and sing. So I've got the easy bit. So I'm not controversial. I'm the quiet one in the background. When I was 5, listening to Elvis Presley, I used to sing lots of Elvis songs. Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, and then in the choir at school, and then a big gap between 30 and 40, and then took it up with these guys again.
Beyond my wildest dreams, we just started with a fun we do on a Friday night to go and play some songs and have dinner. And Mike always said, oh, we have to play live, and that seemed to me like completely impossible to ever do. But if you keep doing something over and over again, eventually you just start to get a little bit better at it. Now, in order to do that, you have to be able to write your own songs. And so far, that's something that we've never been able to do or even tried to do. It's something that we always think about, and I always have the feeling that it probably would be that hard. But I guess if that were true, we would have done it already.
No, we didn't fire the other singer. We had two singers, and we kind of played two different styles of songs. One was a bit more melodic, and one was a bit more rock and roll. And we decided we were going to be a bit more rock and roll. So the guy who sang a bit more melodic was decided it wasn't his thing, I think. So James is a very good singer.
I play the piano up to about grade 5, and I gave up when I was 15. So any kids watching, don't give up. Keep at it. It's worth it. I shouldn't have given up.
Yeah. My name, you don't need to know my name. Have I got any relatives at Chinese International School? I don't think so. Nothing to embarrass anyone in anything I've just said. Yeah, my name is Bill Uncle. That's what they call me. Right. I got to go now because we're actually having a rehearsal. Good evening to you.
This guitar I had is this Goya, which is some sort of Spanish guitar, and I was picked up a hitchhiker on the way back home from my guitar lesson, who was a guy a few years older than me. I was driving back home from my guitar lesson and had an acoustic in the back, and the guy I picked up was a guy who was a year older than me from school. He said, oh, you play the guitar? I said, yeah, I'm starting. He said, well, I've got an electric, it's for sale. I said, well, you know, I really don't think, I'm not a musician, you know, we're going to McDonald's. And he said, oh, let me bring it by the house. So we brought it by, and he really needed the money, and it was $125, if I recall. And so I bought it, still have it. The others, the others are the guitar that I dreamed about as a kid, but never even touched, which was, the first one was Gibson Les Paul, which I have was a custom, and then Fender Tele and Fender Strat. So it kind of rotates. It's definitely between the two Fenders and the Gibson. Right now it's the Strat, but there's something about the other two. You know, I kind of rotate them. If we're doing like a launch show, I always try to maybe once I put this one away, I'll probably pick up the Gibson. They sound different.
Maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. But after all, you're my wonder.